Opening mail packs. The video where I open my mail as if it's sealed boosters because I forgot what I ordered. Hey, it's Leah, and I know I haven't done a video in a while, mostly because I've been trying to save up money for the trip to New Jersey to play in the calling at New Jersey for Flesh and Blood. ProTour was happening there at the same time, and it seemed like a fun thing to do and get artist signatures and all that. So we have some cards from that trip because it seemed like a good shopping opportunity to take. I could just shop directly from different vendors. So that's our mail pack starting off now that I'm back at home and can go back to considering buying cards. Gonna have to slowly ramp up, still have to pay for a lot of that trip, but here's what we got in Jersey. So this is Yorick, Weaver of Tales. This was we'll take it out of the sleeve for this. This was the fancy card that you got for signing up for the calling or their other packages. It's got a fancy back, so you could use this as your hero in Flesh and Blood, although I don't know of anybody who actually wants to because of his ability. I think he's only legal in Ultimate Pit Fight right now, but he has you and all of your opponents unsleeve your whole deck and then shuffle all of the cards together and play it as a tower somehow. So I don't know if anybody who will be using that unless they just bring 4 decks pre-shuffled together for him. Other cards we picked up, we got a random shatter because I just saw it sitting there for $1. It seemed worth grabbing one. This Briar token is the eroded version that they were giving out. They're sending these to LGSs all over the country so that everybody can have the corrected version of the hero. This is a card that I brought with me so I could have it signed by Steve Argyle, who was a visiting artist there. I happen to like having these random commons in my collection that have the signatures on them, so I chose this one out of my collection to get signed. This is the other magic card that I had Steve Argyle sign for me. This comes from my If I Win deck, which is currently, I think, my oldest commander deck, so I thought I'd add another signature to that deck. It usually rides along to events, but I didn't bring it this time, so I just brought one card. And then one of the things that I also had done there was we got a matching pair of Steve Argyle signatures on Icelander and the weapon, the Kraken's Ether Vein here. Not that I know what these are going to do, so I'll have to eventually memorize them because I covered all the text up, but I think it looks really cool. So they had a special laminator to put this kind of sparkly signature on, and they will match the playmat here. So eventually I'll build an Icelander deck because I'll have all of these nice matching signatures to go together. I got this playmat signed too. You can't really see it because my face is over it, but there, you can see that. So signed playmat, signed hero, signed weapon. Will make a really cool deck build. We'll see if we can find a matching color sleeve to go with this color background to complete the image of a deck that I will have no idea how to play because I usually play Rhinar. The other visiting artist there was Federico. Oh, I am not good with this name. Musetti? I might be getting that wrong, and I am sorry. I did appreciate you being there. I enjoyed being able to get some cards signed, so I had this promo foil Lexi. Got that kind of this cool shadow signature going on here. Thought that looked good. Pulverize, which came out of my Starvo deck, which has been basically, I retired it. I had a good time with it. I had a Channel Mount Heroic version of it, but it uses Awakening and a bunch of the other stuff that they banned, so just for good memories, we had Pulverize signed for it. And then, let's see, on the way back from the event, so I drove 6 hours, stayed at a hotel, and drove another 6 hours to get to and from. So we explored a little of the area on the way back because we had time and found the local LGS and got this. I don't know, I liked how this mountain looked, so I picked up this cool mountain. Found a pretty neat swamp with a cool looking dead tree going on it. And whatever this card is, I just bought it for the art because this like square looking thing going on here really reminds me of an MC Escher painting, so I was pretty excited about that. It was an expensive card, so I assume it does something pretty powerful too, so it might also end up getting used in a deck and then I can enjoy looking at it a lot. So that's why we bought it, for its MC Escher look. We also bought a whole bunch of wizard cards. So if I'm going to build an Icelander deck, I figured I should just get some wizard staple stuff. Whatever sounded good at the moment got purchased. I don't actually know how many of these cards I need versus how many of them are going to just end up in my trade pile. I'm hoping none of them, but other than this Sonic Boom, they weren't really incredibly costly. Chain Lightnings, some stuff. Foil Chain Lightning. And then the ultimate pickup piece we got to look at and choose to purchase a Heart of Fendal. So this is one of the, I didn't want to buy it online really because then it'd have to go through the mail and stuff. So going to a convention is one of those places where I feel a little safer picking up a high dollar card. The vendors try to check everything, I hope, or at least I have the opportunity to inspect it before I buy it, which is nice. So I think these are going to get, a couple years down the road, these might start to get hard to get in the future, so I wanted to have one now. I don't really have plans for it yet. Something cool might happen in the future of this game where I will have plans for it. So that was my big purchase of the event. So that's everything we got from the event. We'll start doing mail packs up pretty regularly again. Whatever showed up while I was gone for the event, plus we'll start small orders into the future.